Bro, busy cocksuckers.
Baby, you know, I think back on the first time I laid eyes on you, and how beautiful you were. I still remember how sexy you looked when I first laid eyes on you. And when I told you long ago that I'd never leave your side. My baby by my side every minute, every hour. My flower don't make me snap cause she got the power. She shower me with all the love and affection. I don't know what I'd do without her, there is no question. I remember when they told me fucking with you was a no-no. Said you had me strung out on dope, running, ducking the po-po. I don't know what they lied for. You saw my potential. I inhale your love and increase all my mental. You know what I've been through. You cried them tears with me. And even when I'm alone, I know you there with me. You fill me up with joy and you make my heart sing. They know when we be together cause you'll send on everything. Girl, we a power couple. So many flavors, girl, you crazy. Power couple. You can't catch me without my baby. Power couple. When I wake and when the sun sets. Power couple. Shit, one more time, girl, we ain't done yet. Power couple. So many flavors, girl, you crazy. Power couple. You can't catch me without my baby. Power couple. When I wake and when the sun sets. Power couple. Shit, one more time, girl, we ain't done yet. Look at her, look how sexy she is. My bitch a dime piece, can't find me. I'm sleeping with my baby right beside me. I'm so high on her love, I don't ever wanna come down. Even though I know that she heavily rooted in the ground. She tell me to break her down, and sometimes I like to grind her. She roll up in my leaf and tell me to get behind her. Sometimes she get reminders about the first time that we met and how I am such a rider, cause I haven't left her yet. Sometimes she be super wet and her love be lasting longer. We was fucking out in Vegas and that West Coast made her stronger. She fill me up with joy and make my heart sing. They know when we be together cause her sin on everything. Girl, we a power couple. So many flavors, girl, you crazy. Power couple. You can't catch me without my baby. Power couple. When I wake and when the sun sets. Power couple. Shit, one more time, girl, we ain't done yet. Power couple. So many flavors, girl, you crazy. Power couple. You can't catch me without my baby. Power couple. When I wake and when the sun sets. Power couple. Shit, one more time, girl, we ain't done yet.
Power couple. Power couple. I remember when I thought of that song. We're going to get back to that in just a second. But, I want to thank everybody and welcome to yet another episode of what we like to call here The Hall, or the HOL, the Head of Letters podcast. I am your host and the realest nigga you ever met in your life, whether you met me or not. My name is Romaine Lettuce. You knew that. If you did not know I'm the realest nigga you ever met in your life, then you probably never met a real nigga, so you don't recognize that. But I would suggest that you recognize if I am a nigga that you know. I'm the realest nigga you know. So, but it's been a wonderful, wonderful week. Yeah, wonderful week. I can't even complain about this week at all. And it was ended, ended off with, I just got back today from my mother's house in Columbus. And I had a wonderful time with my mother. Providing for her what she asked of me to give her for her birthday, which is in a couple of days. It was my pleasure. Went up there and brought her some harvest from my garden. Cooked some oxtails and some some of my garden greens and just made a nice little meal for my mama, which she asked of me to do because she loves my cooking, which makes me very proud because I get that from her. And she just wants to spend some time with me. But she's doing this with all of her children. All three of her children are eventually going to make the trip and come and see her and spend that 24 hours that she asked for. She got a whole questionnaire / like I was interviewed by my mother last night. And it was a nice amount of questions, but as she stated, it's been well, she when I remember when she first told me this, it broke my heart, and I was like, "Damn, why, you really think that about me?" Well, it's actually true, and that is, my mama said, "Ooh, I hope that didn't come in on the pod. Y'all hear that?" But my mother said that. Yeah, she said, y'all don't know me. My kids, they don't know me. Like, y'all don't know me. Like, y'all have a memory of who I am as your mother, but you don't know me as a person. And that hurt my feelings. At first, I was like, wow. So you basically calling me a sucky son, right? Like, you basically saying I'm a horrible son because I don't know my own mother. But in actuality, she was very right because I don't live with my mother. I don't live in the same city as my mother. And all the memories and all the things that I know about my mother is based on me living in her house, being raised by and taken care of by her. And that's what I have an image of as my mother. But like she said, that's just me being your mother. You don't know me as me. So... And like she said, and not only that, I don't really know y'all like that. Well, she knows us better than we know her, but because, we give you insight on our lives. But my sister and I have completed the process. And like I said, that full interview was very telling. And like I said on last week's episode of the pod, let me turn this up some. Bang, bang, bang. There we go. Like I said on last week's episode of the pod, I was going to cry, and I didn't. I spent more time being interviewed by my mother and answering the questions that she had prepared for me to answer. As opposed to me going up there and just, unpacking and venting. Because that is also something that I'm thinking, like, this is my mama, and this is what mamas do. And she was more along the lines of thinking, I want my children to gain a better understanding and learn about who I am as a woman. And, I learned a lot. But I didn't get a chance to unpack like I wanted to, or like I thought I was. But I'll be back. Because as I was driving up there, and I rarely go up to Columbus like that, because I always overthink the situation. My car can't handle it, and blah, 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 blah. But then I drive around all fucking day in my car throughout the city, going up and down hills and shit. Ain't no hills in Columbus. Ain't no hills to get to Columbus. So as I was driving up there, I was getting upset with myself, thinking about how close this is and how I got up here in a matter of, less than 2 hours. Yeah, I was upset with myself. So I said to myself, like, I'll be back, and often. And I even told her that, like, that was one of the questions that she has about what we would, or what she said the question was, if you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? And I was like, yeah, I'm a horrible communicator. I'm great at my job at communicating. I'm in the kitchen. I can communicate all day. I'm excellent at that. Um, but when it comes to my family members, my siblings, my parents, my cousins, my nieces and my nephews, my aunts and uncles, I see you when I see you. And also, I learned some more things about me that I did not know. I mean, I've heard these things, some of these things before, but as an adult in my 40s, it starts to make sense. Gas. But I'm not the type to, like I said, I don't believe in therapy per se. I do believe in letting stuff out, expressing yourself. It's like a pressure cooker or anything that you hold something in. You know what I mean? Eventually it's going to bust. Like, so I don't want my heart to bust. I don't want my brain to bust. I don't want nothing inside of me to be on some overly stressed out. Like, the stress that people hold in can really kill you. Like, it really kills you. And I don't want that to be. So I always try to let it out, whether it be immediately or via my podcast or via my music. I've said this before. I can't hold stuff in too long. Or at least I try not to do that anymore. When I was a kid, I used to, and then I just blew up in one foul swoop. Boom. But no, I can't do that no more. So I try to let things out. So I really need to get to my mother to release. But like I said, she let me know some things. And that sounded weird, but you know what I'm saying? To release my issues and to tell my mother. Like I said, I trust my mother with information more than any woman on the planet, possibly more than any person, but most definitely more than any woman, because I know she won't weaponize my feelings. But she told me that when I was young, like, I did not know how close I was as a baby or as a child, because to my father. And she said, "Yeah, you and your daddy was two peas in the pod. Like, She said I was everywhere with him. I did everything with him. I was connected to him by the hips." She said, like, Pops got up and moved, I was there. And then when he left, she said it traumatized me. Like, I would wake up in the middle of the night crying and screaming and running around the house thinking that everybody left me. And she said I said that it breaks my heart to even hear, to even think about a baby me saying these things. But like I said, I would wake up in the middle of the night screaming, crying, like hysterically, talking about my daddy left me. I don't want you to leave me too, or you gonna leave me too, or something like that. And even think about that just makes me kind of, I understand the niggas was young and stuff, and you know what I'm saying, I wanted to, but because we was talking about how my father, or we was basically talking about how some people shouldn't be parents. Some people just ain't got it in them, and you know what I mean, I was like, yeah, like daddy. And I was telling her, because like my sister Sakara, who I reconnected with through social media. Like I said, this is my daddy's oldest child, my big sister. But yeah, she hit me in my DM one day. She lived in Atlanta. She left Cleveland, went to Oakland. She was raised in Oakland, California. Um, yeah, she had a hard upbringing, but like I said, that's either neither here nor there. But my sister wanted to connect with my father, and I told her, I said, I don't know. I don't know if that's something you want to do, sis, because Pops ain't a pop. Like, he creates children. He don't have one fatherly bone in him. He don't have the instincts. He doesn't have, like, knowing fathers, being a father. Like, I just understand that my daddy is just a dude that, like, he just create, like, it's like, you ever been in the studio if you ever made music? It's like being in the studio with somebody that don't make music, whether it be a producer or an artist, and somebody say, let me hop on this, or let me do this, and it just so happens that it's hot. But that's not who they are. Like, oh, that's a bad one because that's kind of. I'm trying to make a metaphor here where I'm trying to say somebody can create something awesome, but they are not an awesome something creator. You know what I mean? They're not a curator of things that are awesome. They don't. Like, my daddy is more along the lines of a bird. That's how I would say my daddy is with parenting. He's a bird. I don't give a fuck. Well, even birds feed their children. And what's an animal that has a child and as soon as the child is born, it's like, all right, you know, nigga. That's how my pops is. Like, I think my father enjoys the thought of being a father more than he does actual fatherhood. I think he likes knowing he has children and he has a legacy that he can say, look what I created and look what they do. You know what I mean? Not to no fault of yours. Like, you know what I mean? But she went to go meet my father, and I remember her calling me, crying. Yeah, she brought her sons and everything, and after not seeing her for over 30 years, this is what my daddy said to her first and foremost. Not, oh my God, I missed you so much, my beautiful daughter. How I waited for this day. Couldn't wait to hold you again. You know, I've been thinking about this since the day you left. Life ain't been the same without you, baby. None of that. My daddy said, are you saved? It was a very formal meeting, is basically what you say. It was very matter of fact. And, you know what I mean? That's Raymond Lennon Sr. for you. But some people just ain't got it in them, like my mother and I were discussing. So it's just good to know that I got a lot of good things from my mama. Even though she did ask me what was something a parent taught you that sticks with you to this day, and I said everything that daddy ever taught me, really, because my father only taught me about women, because that was his number one thing. My daddy can tell me a lot about women because he deals with women, and a lot. I can't say that now, and I'm not putting that on you, Pop. So I hope your wife ain't. I know neither one of these niggas is listening or probably ever will. But yeah, I'm not saying you out here doing nothing right now. I'm just saying. So don't think I'm hating on you, Pop. But just like I know my mama ain't gonna listen to the podcast, so I can be a little bit more open with things of that nature. But yeah, when it comes to my mother, like I said, as I was sitting there talking to her, and I noticed that not only is she getting up there, my mom almost 70. Not only is she getting up there, but she's starting to look like her grandmother, or at least the grandmothers of old when I was a kid. Come on, lighter. But as I'm looking at my mother, and I'm staring at her because she's talking and I'm listening, but I'm just looking at this woman like, wow, this woman made me. This is the woman. I'm sorry for all the clicking in the background, but my lighter's tripping. I'm trying to blaze this jet. There it is. I'm seeing a lot of my daughters in her. My daughters look like their mother. But I'm looking at the way she's moving and her facial expressions, and it is amazing because I never really thought about it. Like, I'm thinking like, y'all look like me, but I forgot that I look like her, and I'm looking at my mama like, wow. My babies look like my mama. Especially my baby Phoenix, but it was a wonderful thing to just, I mean, and maybe I'm looking at things different because, like I said, I don't live with my mother or live around my mother. I'm not in the same city as my mother. And I could see her a whole lot more, but I don't see her often, so I do cherish the times. And I was just in the moment, not noticing what was always, or I'm just noticing what was always there. That's a beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Which brings me to another topic. As I sit here and smoke on my weed, makes me think about, it all started with, well, it didn't all start, but, me and my friends, we all in our 40s by now, for the most part, but yeah, my core 4 friends, we all in our 40s, right? Parents, excuse me, but my nigga Get O'Neal pulled down the other week, right? And it was very unfortunate. And I hope niggas don't get upset, but it's very unfortunate that we all don't have the privilege, though we all are active fathers, all of us don't have the privilege of living with our children at the moment. And Get O'Neal was one of those people. Boy, he came here talking about his son smoking weed, right? Man, you know what I mean? My nigga Dunny was like, nigga, all our kids smoke weed. And you really, like I tell, like, all right, my eldest child smokes. Yeah, listen, okay, my eldest child smokes, Dunny's eldest child smokes, and apparently so does Ghetto's eldest child, right? I've been smoking weed since I was 17, smoking weed on a daily basis since I was around 19. And I haven't stopped. The longest I've ever went without smoking weed would be, and I mean a continuous stretch, I would say would be about 11 days. I would say in total, in all these years since I turned 17, which is almost 30 years of smoking, right? I've missed in a combined total, I would say 2 months of smoking weed. That's kind of messed up, right? So, like, let's say in all these thousands of days, I've missed under 100. All right, since I was 17 or 19 years old, which is a constant everyday basis, right? Especially since I started working and making more money than I ever have. Oh yeah, not only was I smoking, I was upgrading, but Ghetto used to sell weed back in the day in high school. Like he was the fucking blunt man. He went from selling blunts to selling the weed. I'm so tired. You know, the same thing with Dunny. Dunny done sold weed. Excuse me. Dunny done sold weed, and we all been smoking for a long time, right? It was not surprising. Not only is it not surprising, there's nothing we can really say about it now. Nail's child is not, Ghetto's child is not an official adult yet, so that's different. But Naeem's son will be 18 on the same day as my mother's birthday. They born on the same day, so his son will be 18 on the same day my mother's birthday is. I'm exactly 50 years older than him. Just thought about that. But yeah, he will be 18, so he's basically grown or a legal adult. My daughter is about to be 20. And I told her like I said my mama told me. When I was an adult smoking and she was coming around, she used to be like, man, you an adult, son, so ain't nothing I can say about it, but, or I can't tell you not to do it, but I can tell you this, I don't like it. And it disappoints me. And one thing I never wanted to do was disappoint my mother. Like, hearing you disappoint me was worse than, you know what I'm saying? That was one of the worst things that I could hear. So, definitely wasn't trying to disappoint my mama, but that stuck with me always. Like, you know, so I never, and even to this day, and I'm almost 50 years old. I'm halfway to 50, right? Right, that'd be 25, but you know what I'm saying? I'm halfway through my 40s. I still don't smoke in front of my mom. I don't cuss in front of my mom. My whole life. My mama's heard my songs and everything. I ain't doing it in front of you. It's a respect thing. She's always asked for that respect or demanded it, however you want to look at it. But that's a respect that ain't hard to give. It's real easy to not cuss, especially in front of my mama. So I don't cuss in front of my mama, and I definitely don't smoke in front of my mother. Now I'm high in front of her, but I'm never gonna just blaze up. And even with weed being legal, mama don't even. The closest she come to it is when we have family functions, drunk man society. We all in the garage and there's smoke going on. She know I'm in that. So, yeah, man. But besides that, no. But my kid, my oldest, smokes, and I would hope that I don't like it. I don't want no desire to smoke one with her or nothing. I don't want to. I'm not cool with it. But ain't nothing I can say about it. Like I said, the only thing I can say, and this is the only thing I do say, is when her and her boyfriend be smoking, they be fried. And I be like, y'all ain't legal. It's illegal for y'all. Like, still, like, I mean, like, y'all would get treated like criminals if y'all get caught with weed. Like, because though weed is legal, you're not of legal age. So, but like I said, at the same time, I was breaking actual laws to the fullest extent. I mean, fuck being 21. Like, I wasn't supposed to be doing none of that shit at no point in time. So, like I said, it's a hard pill to swallow. And I hope that my hope is, and mainly because they my daughters, I just hope that none of my kids end up, or none of my other children just, I hope my eldest child decides that this ain't for her and she eventually stops. Because everybody, you know what I mean? I done smoked with plenty of people that ain't smoked in a long time. We used to smoke back in the day. And they're like, man, you still smoking weed, nigga? So, yeah, I hope that she just isn't a lifetime smoker. I hope not. I pray to God that my child does not follow in her father's footsteps and does these things. I pray to the Lord. I pray. I don't want that for my child. Like I said, I have no desire on some socially kicking and shit to smoke with my daughter, and I don't want to. I would sooner have a drink. I would sooner sit there and go out to eat, and we have a glass of wine, or, you know what I'm saying, you get you a cocktail. That'd be fine with me. Before I sit there and at this point, I'm not feeling it. And I feel like that's what Ghetto was trying to convey, but he was more he was being like, you know, Ghetto was very assertive when it comes to his son, so he was very animated about his reaction. And I remember Dunny was salty too when he found out his son was smoking weed. I don't think that no parent is enthused at the thought of their child. Like, man, guess what, bro? Like, and if you are, more power to you, man. You more of a Snoop Dogg than I ever will be, because I love this. I love the dope game. Trust me. I'm an avid smoker. I'm an advocate. I'm an enthusiast when it comes to cannabis. But I don't love it that much that I want my kids to do it. Maybe if she was an adult and she started as an adult on some 21, I can go to the dispensary. Look, Dad, I went to the dispensary for the first time. Maybe I'd feel different. I don't know. But yeah, that's just not how I feel about it. I don't think none of us is really happy, but Dunny be smoking with us. So, oh man. But I don't know, because when I was young, and I don't know if it's just because Miss Mary, man, you rest in peace, Miss Mary. Listen, I got all these wonderful obituaries on my wall. But Miss Mary, my nigga, Hot's mama, may God rest her beautiful soul. She, not only did she teach me how to roll up, but she used to smoke with all her kids and on an everyday basis. And they had a wonderful relationship. And because of Miss Mary and the dynamic that they had, I was jealous of that. They were so close. And I wanted that with me and my mother. So I would wish to myself, especially knowing that at one point in time, my mother smoked weed. I wanted to smoke with my mom. I'm like, man, it would be so awesome if I could just smoke and talk with my mom, and we have a wonderful conversation, and you know what I'm saying, I open up and she on trip because she high. You know what I mean? That was what my thought process was. But and I don't know if my kids feel that way about, or my daughter feels that way about me. Like, man, I think it'd be cool to smoke with my dad so we could talk, and I'd be very uptight about it, and I wouldn't. No, but I understand the sentiment, and I wouldn't. I know that Dunny and his son bond. Like, they have a better relationship than I think they would have otherwise if he was just on some old, you shouldn't be smoking, son shit. So, you know, it is what it is. As parents, I'm just, I don't know, I hope that nobody else has a negative experience when it comes to stuff like that. As kids grow up and end up being adults, man, and all you can do is hope and pray for the best, and you know what I mean, hope that they want to accept your guidance still, because they really don't have to no more as adults. So it's just a weird dynamic. I had something else in mind I was gonna talk about, and I was thinking about it when I was just bringing up the weed smoking situation. Yeah. Well, that's what weed does. It takes that short-term memory away. And mine is just about shot. But I've been doing so great. I think, because my baby girl Phoenix wants to be on the podcast, and this is episode 28. Yeah. This is episode 28. Episode 33 will be the end of the year, or end of the season. So I think I'm gonna give her. I'm gonna have the finale episode, or either the one before that, or either 32 or 33. I'm gonna have Phoenix on. If not for the whole show, just for a little bit. I don't think she'll be able to sit through the whole show and be able to not turn it into the Phoenix show. So it's gonna have to be something that niggas is prepared for. This dispensary up in Columbus where I left, man, I like going to different dispensaries in different cities, because all across the country they got some of the same shit, right? Like from New York to L.A., you'll find cookies, right? But each one got something different. So I found this one in Columbus, and they had this. This this brand I ain't never heard of. And they had some excellent strains. Sativas in the upper 20s and mid 30s or early 30s. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I love that. I love a great sativa. I'm a sativa guy. So I love a great sativa. But, yeah. It was a great day. It was a beautiful drive to and fro to Columbus. I love being on the road. I forgot how much I love to do a road trip and driving, especially by yourself. Ain't nothing. That is an underrated luxury. It's hitting the road and just driving, just hitting the road, bro. Like, man, I even say that in the Riding Smoking song, which I played before at the end, and I'm not gonna do that this time. I'm about to About to find what song. I think I know what song I'm gonna play. You know, all these songs are great. This is from a great album. I already played Power Couple, but Spirit of Truth, I forgot I gotta re-release this motherfucker. But I'm gonna go ahead and play this song to end it. Oh, damn it. Well, first of all, yeah, we coming to an end. Second of all, if it's your first time here, thank you for listening. My name is Ro Izzy, man. Listen, I've been doing this shit for a long time. Obviously, I'm on episode 28, but I'm slowly but surely growing. I got people that subscribe to me that never listen, and I appreciate them anyway. Some people did it just because they love me. Some people do it because they actually listen. I appreciate all of y'all. But please hit the subscribe button if this is your first time. If it's your third time and you ain't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the like or dislike. Either or. Don't matter. If you dislike it, hit the dislike. Be honest. If you like it, hit the like. And please comment. Like I always say, or I don't always say because sometimes I miss it, but like I say, it's awesome that you listening. It's more important and better if you engage. So press a button, type a sentence, engage with a player. And I appreciate everybody for being here. I'll see y'all next week promptly at 9 p.m. As I've always been. I ain't been late, and I'm a nigga, and I be late as fuck at work all the time. So me being here on time, I'll be getting ready well ahead of time. Sometimes I'm scrambling and scrambling right before, you know what I'm saying, the start of the show. But I'm going to be here at 9. So every Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or American Time, as I like to say, you can catch me here. I appreciate y'all. This is the Head of Lettuce podcast. And I'm going to leave y'all with a banger that I made with Kingpin Skinny Pimp from the Memphis. He's a legend. Look him up. Formerly of 3-6 Mafia. I grew up on Skinny Pimp, man. Skinny Pimp. Probably one of the first. Skinny Pimp is the first Memphis artist I ever listened to. So, when I got to do the song with Skinny Pimp, it was a dream come true. So, and it's a banger. So, this is Good in the Hood by me, featuring the legendary Memphis Kingpin, Skinny Pimp, and I'll see you players next week. Peace.
Bro, busy cocksuckers.
Motherfucker, you ain't coming in you come in the name of Satan. I guess if you like a house nigga and won't go competitive, if I say I'm God, then I guess you have to take the side of Satan, huh, motherfucker? Stupid bitch. It's not of competition, it's of cooperation. Stupid ass house nigga. I can't see you though, bitch. You see me, I'm all out. I make my ass very available. Tom, nigga, call. You don't like it? Kiss my ass, you don't like it. It's my house. What's happening? What's happening?
I'm good in every hood in the city, bitch. I'm good in every hood in the city, bitch. I'm good in every hood in the city, bitch. I'm good in every hood in the city, bitch. I'm good in every hood in the city, bitch. I'm good in every hood in the city, bitch.
Hold on. This ain't never happened. This ain't never happened. That ain't never happened. In the history of the podcast, it's never happened. That's the wrong song. It's the right song. It's the wrong version of the song. So because of that, and I'm not about to try to go through all the bullshit, we're going to go through another song. Damn it. That's kind of crazy. Never happened. I'm listening to this shit like, that sounds like the reference tracks. Sorry about that. Damn. What a wild alternative event. So we're gonna go to this song, also from Spirit of Truth. This is called "Torn by Nothing." Also a great song, but my bad, y'all.
Exactly what I told you.
Bro, busy cocksuckers.
Cheer, cheer. Cheer, cheer. Gotta be me, man. I mean, who else can I be, man? Romain Lettuce, man. VHBR, check, man. I ain't with the shit you talking about. You ain't thinking about. You ain't about your mind. I ain't with the shit you talking about. Fake ass, snake ass niggas. Always perping like it's love, but full of hate ass nigga. Always late ass nigga. Need to catch up with your cat. Really plotting on a nigga, acting like a friend of mine. Niggas say that they your nigga, bitches act like they be down. When the problems come, them niggas run, ain't nowhere to be found. Not a peeping, not a sound. But your hand out, man, you needy. Always asking me for something, always hungry, bitch, you greedy. Trying to play me for a sucker. Oh, you think that I'm a trick? Playing this foil, can of oil. You can't tell me nothing slick. I'ma show your ass the dough. Say goodbye, now get to walking. You ain't talking about nothing. I ain't with that shit you talking. Hey, I ain't with that shit you talking about. If you can't cut me in, then my nigga cut it out. And tell the stupid bitch to keep my name up out of mouth. Oh, bitches, nigga, I ain't with that shit you talking about. I ain't with that shit you talking about. If you can't cut me in, then my nigga cut it out. And tell that stupid bitch to keep my name up out of mouth. Oh, bitches, nigga, I ain't with that shit you talking about. Oh, whole ass, broke ass, freeloading nigga. Always trying to smoke, but never got no weed on them, nigga. Who is he looking, nigga? Need to take that over there. Always talking bunch of nothing and nobody really care. Girl, you always need to hold something. How about hold this dick? You ain't that type of lady that's too bad and get the fuck on, bitch. Niggas always super wet, always plotting who to rob. Down to do some type of petty crime, but don't won't get no job. Trying to play me for a sucker. Oh, you think that I'm a trick? Playing this for you, can of oil. You can't tell me nothing slick. I'ma show your ass the dope. Say goodbye, now get to walking. You ain't talking about nothing. I ain't with this shit you talking. Hey, I ain't with this shit you talking about. If you can't cut me in, then my nigga cut it out. And tell the stupid bitch to keep my name up out of mouth. Oh, bitches, nigga, I ain't with this shit you talking about. I ain't with this shit you talking about. If you can't cut me in, then my nigga cut it out. And tell the stupid bitch to keep my name up out of mouth. Oh, bitches, nigga, I ain't with this shit you talking about.